popped out. I'm back, y'all. My last line popped out. I'm back.
Okay, I'm trying to add this story so you guys can see what I see. Let's see.
We hold on. We are reacting to Willie D Live right now. That's what we reacting to. Got a great channel. He talking about Jason Whitlock hating on Shador Sanders.
Okay, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Okay, here we go. Okay, fam. Uh, so here we go. Here we go. This is what Jason Whitlock said. I root against Shador Sanders unapologetically. He revealed why he wants Deion Sanders' son to flop in his first NFL start versus the Raiders.
He didn't flop though. That's the thing. The man didn't flop. The man won the game. Uh, he managed it perfectly. He managed it the way it was like, oh, okay, oh, we know you can manage the game. We can give you that. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, where y'all coming from, man? Y'all hit the like, subscribe button, man. Y'all come in, man. I'm just saying, playing the damn game, man. What's up, y'all? Where y'all coming in from, man? I'm in playing a damn video game. Hold on, I gotta put the thing on. Give me a second. Yeah, we reacted to Willie D Live. He's talking about Jason Whitlock, uh, uh, hating on Shador Sanders, little young dude. He hating on a rookie quarterback.
This is obviously a post that he made, well, some comments that he made before the game on Sunday, in which Shador came out on top. So it says, former sports analyst and columnist Jason Whitlock explained why he will root against Cleveland Browns quarterback Shador Sanders when he makes his first NFL start against the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday. The rookie quarterback got his first taste of NFL action when
And see, this is sad. Like, this is, I mean, like, I don't, I don't mean like, cause somebody black, you supposed to, cause I'm black, but because somebody black, you supposed to, you know, root for them. But bro, like the man ain't have never had a chance to play the game. Can we at least see what he has to offer before you start hating on this man? Bro, the man ain't even played a game yet, bro. And you hating on him. But the man won the game. So what does
Replaced
that say
Dylan
about
Gabriel
you?
in the second half of the loss to the Baltimore Ravens, completing 4 of 16 passes for 47 yards and 1 interception. With Gabriel still in concussion protocol, Sanders will start against a struggling Vegas unit in week 12. Check out what this sucker said, fam.
So look, y'all, he already got he already got the starting quarterback position. He already got the starting quarterback position. Um, what else can we put in there? Um, yeah, this is ridiculous, bro. It is like you why would like you played in the NFL? Why would you hate on somebody who's coming in, bro? You damn near 50 years old. If you're not 50, you're 50 or over 50, and you're hating on a young man in his early 20s trying to play the game of football, something you
I
did to
want him
be
to flop because I
successful.
think his success would send a terrible message to young kids that arrogance, radical materialism.
He said the success would send a bad signal to young children. Bro, what are you talking
Bravado,
about?
entitlement, playing the victim card is all a good thing. With
It's not a victim card, bro. Like he actually was a victim of somebody picking him, Dylan Gabriel over him. Dylan Gabriel, I don't know if Dylan Gabriel won any games. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I don't know if Dylan Gabriel won any games, but what I will say is that Shador Sanders won his first game out there playing.
Doc said, it's all a good thing, Whitlock said. I don't want young people to think that makes me sound ghetto, even though I've never seen the ghetto. Let me ask y'all this, fam. Has any of y'all ever thought
Never heard Shador Sanders talk ghetto one time. So again, what are you talking about? We've never heard Shador Sanders talk ghetto. I have never heard him talk ghetto. He wear big chains. He wear nice watches. Because at the end of the day, bro, his daddy is prime time, bro. Like father, like son, bro. Don't do this to this man, bro. Don't do this to him, bro. You're trying to play him because he's confident in his skill set, and you want to make it all about, oh, he trying to talk ghetto and bruh, I've never heard this man talk ghetto. I have heard Shador Sanders talk about God more than any other player I've heard. At like from this point, he talk about the Lord Jesus Christ and God and moving forward. Bro, come on, bro. What are
about
you talking about?
Shador Sanders? Have you ever thought
Fact that he's confident. See, some people be like, "Oh, you conceited." No, I'm not. I like a lot of people. Oh, you conceited. I'm not conceited. I'm confident in what I can do. So don't hate on me because I know my worth and I know what I can do as a ball player.
And the victim called they used to say that Muhammad, they used to call Michael Jordan arrogant, right?
Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan, they were not arrogant. They were confident in the things that they could bring to the actual sport that they were in. Muhammad Ali, he 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 was one of the greatest that ever put on some gloves. Michael Jordan, the greatest that ever dribbled a but it's not about arrogance. It's about confidence and what you know what you could do and what you could bring to the game. What the fuck are you talking? We were just talking about Mike. We were like, bro, Mike Tyson go out that big,
Denzel.
Floyd Mayweather, undefeated. I was arrogant. He brought all of this to the sport, bro. Like, I'm undefeated. Am I not supposed to feel like I'm the best?
Arrogant. They call every top black professional arrogant. They call Kobe arrogant. They call LeBron arrogant. Every black person.
Now, the arrogant part about LeBron, I'm not gonna sit here a lot of y'all like I'm not there's no hate, but yeah, I just feel like yeah. I
Who
ain't gonna go
stands
there
for
with this.
something, who stands on anything, is arrogant. Well, Michael Jordan don't really fit that category, standing on something, standing for something. But the others have stood for certain things at certain times. And they were all called arrogance. Guys tell it, let those arrogant guys tell it, that having that arrogance is part of what separated them from the pack. It was that arrogance that propelled them to greatness. You gotta think you the baddest in the world.
Yeah, you can't go out there like, oh yeah, I'm subpar. I might be able to do it, bro. If you feel like you the best, you the fucking best, bro. If you feel like you the best, you supposed to live your life like you the best. Don't let nobody fool y'all, bro. Kids, if y'all out here, little kids, if you feel like you the best artist in your class or you could draw better than anybody else, prove it. Do it. Shut the naysayers up. If you a little kid, you shut them up. Like, go hard. Like, don't let nobody tell you or let you, like, make you think that you're not who you are or you're not the best of what you do because they feel you're not. You have to feel within yourself that you are the best. And that's it.
You gotta think that you're the best. You gotta think you're the best rapper if you're gonna rap, if you're serious about rap.
And that's real. If you a rapper, singer, I don't give a damn if if you make furniture, you make shoes, or you a clothing designer. You supposed to feel like you're the best.
You gotta think it. I don't give a damn what everybody else is saying. I don't care who everybody else is pointing at saying that's my top five.
Hey man, y'all shout out Willie D. You know, Willie D. I like his take on the whole Shador thing. I love this. This is beautiful. This is black people giving their flowers to black people, bro. And they want to make it evident, bro. We're not we're not gonna do anything else but uplift our people.
That's my
And it ain't got nothing to do with, oh, I don't like this race or that race. Bro, he's in our race. He doing this thing, and I love him. And that's it. But like I said, I don't got nothing against any other race. But Shador Sanders is a black man, and he's doing this thing. Like,
20. If you're in this red
Jason Whitlock, black too. So what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
game, you better believe that you're the best. Otherwise, the fans are going to sniff it out. Your fans, however many you have, whether you have 100 or 100,000 or a million, they want to believe that their guy is the best. And in order for them to believe that their guy is going to have to believe that he's the best. So this whole thing about wanting kids, not wanting kids to feel that arrogance is somehow a part of winning is total.
Bruh, that's a part of winning, bruh. You got to feel like you are above and beyond. You can't feel like you're mediocre or subpar as far as in anything that you do. If you want to be the best, you got to feel that in your heart, and you got to exude that and let people see that. That's it.
Flawed. But Jason Whitlock wouldn't know anything about winning because he was a loser.
He definitely was a loser. He was. I think he went to the NFL and he was trash. Hold on.
He's never done anything notable in his life.
Weekly American Vodka.
Sir, I can give my customers more ways to pay.
He was a writer. He was a commentator. He flunked out on both. What is he doing now? Type of business where you don't retire, where you die, you expire before you retire. He's in that type of business. So how good is materialism? They said that Kobe Bryant.
I can't even go through that no more because that's just too much, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep saying the same thing for, I guess, 10 or 15 more minutes, bro. Like, Jason Whitlock is a clown, bro. Let's go to Hip Hop Buddha. We're gonna hear about this Kanika Jenkins thing. I've been on this Kanika Jenkins thing since it first happened. But Buddha is from, well, I don't know if he's from Chicago, but I think he has ties to Chicago. I think he might live in Chicago. I don't want all this alleged. I don't, I you know, I don't want to. I don't know where the man live at and all that. But what I'm saying is I've been on this Kanika Jenkins thing since it first came out, and let's just hear what Hip Hop Buddha had to say about this Kanika Jenkins. Her mom was speaking out. Let's just see what happened.
All right, y'all. So today, we finna get into this Kanika Jenkins case again. Her mama done came out and spoke. Her mama said she was basically paid money, you know what I'm saying, to keep her mouth shut or whatever. And she never got Kanika phone. I'm gonna get into that. She never got Kanika clothes. None of this other stuff that they told her they was gonna get her or whatever. Basically, they told her to keep their mouth her mouth closed about the case of her daughter or whatever, right? You know, protocol, right? Now, but before we get into all that, let me say something. To those of us that been covered this case, we still feel the same way that we felt way back then. Number one, the freezer ain't kill her. It's obvious that the freezer didn't kill her. Like that should be obvious by now. If you don't know that by now, you a fool. If you think that freezer did all that to her, you're crazy. Okay, so let me tell you what a freezer not finna do. A freezer is not finna throw mud on your clothes. A freezer is not finna chip your tooth. A freezer is not finna chip your nails. A freezer is not finna cut your foot up. A freezer ain't finna rip your clothes halfway off. So if you think a freezer did all that, you a fool. Another thing, people was focused on the hotel. Was the hotel negligent? Yes. Did they play a part in covering it up? I would say yes. But this is the problem and the issue though. People were so focused on the hotel, they stopped focusing on the friends. Now, ask yourself a question. The videos came out. The hotel didn't pay and spent the money and gave.
I ain't gonna lie, this one right here gonna be interesting because I wanna know, like, this is an old update of something that happened bro, this happened like maybe 10 years ago. I'll say maybe 10. Not if not 10, at least 8 years ago. This happened at least 8 years ago, and we getting a update. This is going to be a great video. Shout out to Hip Hop Buddha, and appreciate you for doing your journalistic duties.
And Kanika mama the money and all that. Okay, cool. It would have just been easy to say the hotel did, right? So if that's the case, why until this day, her friends are still blaming each other? Because remember they had the story? Well, no, we was in the hallway with her, and then we all went back in the party, and then she walked off by herself. Then they changed that. Then they said it was just Monifa with it, and they changed that. Then they said her and Monifa was gone for a while. And then Monifa came back and said you see what I'm saying? Now, why ain't no camera footage of them showing her being left in the hallway from her friends and her friends going back in the room? You don't see that. Why the only footage show her going in a circle, looping around when she went into that bathroom, came out, looped around and all that, reached for the guardrail. Now, if you go to the video, I ain't gonna show it. Do your Googles and your research. Go to the guardrail video. Those stairs is going up.
Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Like, rest in peace to Kanika Jenkins. This is a mystery that this is almost like this whole David case. Like the David case with Celeste is a murder mystery, bro.
So if those stairs is going up, that means she went up because she walked up those stairs. That little stairs, ramp, whatever it is, it's going up. It ain't going down. So how did she end up down there? Look at the video in the kitchen. Why she didn't touch nothing else? Why she didn't So you mean to tell me she didn't go right, she didn't go left, she didn't do none of that, but she went straight to the freezer and said, this is where I needed to go. This is where I needed to be. If you believe that, and you seen all that other stuff down there where she was at, but she didn't touch anything. She never went to the left.
Hey, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like.
Reason she had to keep going straight to this freezer. If you believe that, you a fool. It is what it is. If that's what you want to believe, believe it. But nobody never stopped to ask themselves why she's not touching this, why she's not reaching out for that, why she's not holding on to this, why she's not grabbing it. It was all type of stuff in the kitchen. She walked past all of it, right? We never seen her walk in the freezer. And then she just disappeared and vanished. You see what I'm saying?
So
we never seen her.
I think when she walked in the freezer, I think the actual video, I think it was doctored. That's what I think. I think the video was actually doctored when she went into the freezer.
In the freezer. Andrew Holmes came out and said, I seen the video. She opened the freezer and walked up in there. That's what he said. Now, ask yourself this. Why would they show him the video before they showed the family the video? Because he acted like he was a representative of the family. They done showed him and paid him off. He came out alive to all of us. That's why Kanika Mama cut all the activists and the protesters down, because they was doing dirty stuff. They made the case worse. They came back and told us stuff that wasn't even true. They came back and said stuff that nobody told them. All lies. A bunch of them. And I ain't gonna say everybody else name because I ain't finna be arguing with nobody on the internet. But that's why she don't mess with them, bro. They came back and told her lies. Why would I believe somebody that just flat out lied to me about my daughter? Then they was getting money and taking money. They had secret funds and secret GoFundMes. Kanika Mama ain't know nothing about that. And them people out there with her, like, they trying to help her, but really they coming up. Really they getting money. Really they getting bread. Now, if you was just out there with your sign and the t-shirt and just doing your regular protest, you wouldn't even realize that all this was going on. But this is what was going on, and this is the problem with her case. And that's why today, her case still comes up. Because it's us that know that can watch those videos clearly and say, nah, that ain't what happened. It's those of us that can look at those pictures clearly and say, the freezer didn't do all that stuff. It's just common sense, bro. It's common sense.
So it looked like, in this, research with this whole Kanika Jenkins thing, it's saying that the actual autopsy and the pictures that was shown, like, something else happened to her. She just didn't freeze in a freezer. Like, something actually happened, bro, to this woman.
Freezer couldn't have did it.
And somebody did it to her.
Even if that's what she passed at, even if she did passing them, the freezer ain't do all that, bro. So, where we at now? Well, now her mama done spoke out. We finna get in all that. The friends' easiest way out would have been like, look, see, we told y'all the hotel did it. They're still blaming each other to this day. Her friend, none of them, at no given point in time ever said the hotel did anything. Who did they say did something to her? Each other.
Each other. So it's like they battling about what the other one did to her, so that already brings out the whole point of somebody did something to her. She just didn't die in a freezer.
Don't nobody listen to Booted Up. We're gonna go ahead and get to this video about my guy Hookah Anonymous, man. See what he had to say about all this.
Alright, we checking out Hip Hop Buddha channel, but he's reacting to Hookah Anonymous. So I'm reacting to Hip Hop Buddha, and Hip Hop Buddha is reacting to the Anonymous.
Family, friends, and activists marched here to the FBI to demand a federal investigation into her death.
Kanika Jenkins' family and friends gathered this afternoon in Douglas Park wearing purple, her favorite color. After a group prayer and balloon release, they marched to FBI headquarters with this message.
We're here today just as a beginning to send a message to Rosemont that this will be a major uprising
Now, was the protest and everything good? Yes. But that's exactly what messed the whole case up. Because once everything, the hotel fault, everybody stopped paying attention to the friends. Everybody stopped paying attention to the friends arguing with each other. The friends blaming each other. The friends changing their stories. The friend lied to the police. The friends done lied to the mama. None of them ain't even went and talked to Kanika mama since the situation happened. But these are friends though. So if this your friend and you 100% feel like the hotel did it, why you didn't tell her mama that? That ain't what they told her mama. They didn't want to talk to her mama. Her mama.
So they talk about the hotel, and you know, when this case was going down, people was breaking down all these videos with her in the party, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And it's like right now we don't really know what happened because everything was actually put on the hotel. They didn't investigate the stuff with the friends and all of that because you know we was looking at this on the internet, like bro, people was breaking down when she was in the party, dancing, drunk, walking down the hallway by herself. All of this.
That one call, Kanika missing, we can't find her, we don't know what's going on. And that was it. That was the last time she talked to the friends. But to this day, they still blaming each other. They never said the hotel, no, it was her, no, it was her.
So friends ain't never said the hotel. They blaming each other for her unaliving.
So if they blaming each other, I gotta sit back and be like, okay. And I ain't saying the hotel wasn't wrong, because the hotel did do a lot of stuff wrong.
Hey, I hit the light button.
But I'm saying her initially missing. Her phone and her keys was took. You can't call nobody. You can't drive off nowhere. Remember, she was the driver. You can't drive off nowhere. You can't call or text nobody. All type the footage, all type of red boxes popping up. There's nobody in the red boxes. Where the people at? Where the people? They in the red boxes. Where the people? You see the red boxes? No people. Every red box is supposed to be a person. Where they at? But they said, oh no, she was by herself. Look. Okay.
Across this city, across this county, across this state.
The gathering comes a day after Rosemont police released 8 snippets of raw surveillance video from last Friday showing the 19-year-old walking and at times staggering through the halls of the Crown Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, she was
the video
drunk.
did not show
She
Jenkins
definitely
walk
was
into the freezer, but did show her in.
Okay,
So,
right
look,
here.
They did not show her walking into the freezer. Y'all got to look at this point. If we don't have no evidence of her walking into a freezer, how do we know that she was locked in the freezer and she died in the freezer from freezing?
I'm gonna pause it right here. Look to the left of her. Why she didn't touch whatever this look like a sink, the sink area to the right of that? Why she didn't touch that? This whole little counter right here with these the little bench thing and all that, why she didn't fall on none of that? Remember, she's so drunk, she's so intoxicated, she's so drugged up. Okay, you mean to tell me she oblivious to all this stuff around her, but for some reason she has to go straight. She gotta get back there. Why she gotta get back there so bad? What's back there so bad? That ain't the exit, so why she got to get back there so bad? She had to get back there so bad that she don't touch nothing to the left or the right. And y'all fell for this? Well, y'all crazy as hell. And look at the red boxes. Who the hell at the bottom? Cause she up here. Who at the bottom though? Okay, okay. Tell y'all this thing. I guess we gonna keep it rolling. I'ma just point out everything that's wrong as this video go on.
The kitchen alone and then walk out of frame. The group here.
Now look, you see, as she crossed that little path, she just like them there stumbled, lost her whole balance. But when she entered in right there, she walked fine. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep it going.
Here says they suspect a cover-up.
We want a second look. We're here at the FBI building to ask for a second look to make sure that these tapes weren't altered. To demand that they give us the full tapes, not pieces, not their altered pieces.
I'm trying to save a young child for being like my child.
Kanika's mother made a desperate plea to federal investigators.
I'm just looking for help. That's all I've been asking for from since day one. Help because it didn't make no sense.
And see, Andrew Holmes plus all them other people, they didn't help her, bro. They made it worse. They made it oh my God, they made it a million times worse.
It never made sense from day one.
Now the group is promising more protests at the FBI and in Rosemont for the next 30 days if law enforcement does not release what they call the unaltered tapes.
We're gonna hit you where it hurts, in the pocket.
TV was right about Kanika Jacobs' case. Cause what the hell is the mom talking about? I was so spooked watching him solve the case. I used to think that people was watching through my phone. So when some weird come out years later, everything kind of started to add up. Like, I don't know, man. That's just what I thought.
A lot of people told me fall back from this case, finish, can we wrap it, you know? But now you saying people.
All right, now look, rest in peace, Zach TV. Now check this out. Zach TV from out south. Kanika then was from out west, right? Now,
So I guess he was from Zach T from South Chicago. He from West Chicago.
I'm not saying they got
She
anything to do with anything, but what I am saying is this. People that hit Zach and told Zach to leave the case alone because they knew what really happened. Because they knew what really happened. Nobody in Chicago believed that Freezer killed her. No coming back up. People wouldn't be, it's people starting YouTube channels now. It's Kanika case. Why? Because too many things went wrong. Now you gotta ask yourself, in the night where it was supposed to be a part, that thing was supposed to be good and everything was supposed to go right. And who made it go wrong? And who caused it to go wrong? And who made sure? You gotta think. Think on the stretcher. That's how her mama seen her. Catch my drift? Y'all following me now? You see what's going on? So I'm not saying the hotel isn't, but I'm saying it's a whole lot of finger pointing and a whole lot of stuff that ain't adding up. Which is why don't nobody believe that girl died in that freezer. And that's something I never believe because it just don't add up. It don't make no sense.
People watch me, they watching everybody. Everybody is.
You got Snapchat and you have your Twitter account.
Right.
We'll see Joel Coleman. See
Hey, I don't know. Right here. This is one of the parts I was talking about. If you notice, she hit a loop here. This was like the only time she looped. But the rest of the time, walking straight, walking straight, walking straight, walking straight. Why? What kind of sense that made? And what the hell was over here that had see, you catch my drift? Oh, okay.
Oh, it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon.
Now remember, that's how Kanika mama seen her right there on the stretcher. She didn't see her in the freezer later and all that. She seen that later when we seen. So they weren't even giving her the information. They weren't even putting her on game like that. So the activists and all them people, they coming back telling her stuff, and they was lying to her. They was getting paid to lie to her.
At www.patreon.com/hookah_anonymous. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a Kanika Jenkins story. We all know that foul. Kanika Jenkins story. We all know that foul play was done. Throughout the years, there's been many theories about what actually happened to her the night she lost her life in the Crown Plaza Hotel. People say that her friends was down with it, and then you even had those that just think Kanika was just drunk. Only had dirt and marks on.
Hustling for the summertime, right? Wouldn't we give Kanika Mama $3 million when they're gonna generate that in probably less than a month, especially in the summer? Rosemont is packed to the teeth in the summer. Everybody knows this. Why wouldn't we pay her something we finna make back in the blink of an eye? The problem is all the protesting was slowing up the money. We need to get rid of this so we can get back to doing this. And that's what happened. See what I'm saying? Now we ain't giving you no 50 million, 60, 100, no. We gonna give you something that we can make back in the blink of an eye. There you go. And that's what they did.
Just don't add up to the story that the news given us about what actually happened. Then to make matters even more weird, the late Chicago videographer Zach TV decided he wanted to go down a rabbit hole, and unfortunately he would end up.
And another thing, the news videos didn't match the other videos that had came out later. Some of the videos had timestamps on them. Some of the timestamps was wrong. Some of the videos had the wrong dates on them and all that. Now, it make you think like, okay, so is it wrong because it was edited? Is it wrong because it was put out different? Did the news put their own edits on the video and that's why they don't look like the videos that came directly from the Rosemont site? It's just a whole lot of questions you gotta ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you think a Freezer did it, you a fool.
Ended up losing his life after letting the world know that it was foul play involved.
If she was like, this is my thinking. If she went inside of this freezer and she started getting cold, you don't think she was trying to get outside of this freezer? Even if she was drunk. And on top of all that, if she had her phone with her, you don't feel like she would call somebody and be like, hey, I'm locked inside of this freezer, like.
In Kanika Jenkins' case. If you remember, he received multiple calls from different people telling him that he needs to stop trying to crack that case and mind his business because it's deeper than what he thinks and people are watching him.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? Now, we can't see past this corridor, but for some reason, whatever's over here in this area is messing up her whole walk pattern. Her whole walk. Y'all notice every time she get near a corridor, her walk pattern just go stupid. Like, the walk pattern just changed dramatically every time she get to a spot where you can't see what's on the other.
She might have got drugged. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she could have got drugged and, that's why she was stumbling like that. I mean, even if she was drunk, and if I'm drunk and I start getting a little too cold, I feel like on her end, like she still would have probably been like, hold on, let me try to get outside of this cooler or refrigerator or whatever it was.
Oh, okay. I guess a lot of y'all weren't paying attention. Pay attention.
Y'all check out
He
his
will also tell us
man.
that he was receiving death threats due to him doing his own investigation, trying to crack that case and mind his business because it's deeper than what he thinks and people are watching him.
What messed up her walk right there? She bumped the wall, but what
Yeah,
was
because
up
she
with that?
bumped into the wall and then
Then on the other hand, he will also
right here. You see how she off the elevator? Now you see she off the elevator, right? She could have just walked straight. Why did she get off the elevator by herself? Who put her on the elevator? What was she on the elevator? All right, now look at the walk.
Don't tell us.
See, why did her body shift back like she was gonna fall backwards on the elevator? You see what I'm saying? Everywhere that you can't see the other party in these videos, her whole walk changed. Pay attention.
That he was receiving death threats due to him doing his own investigation within that case.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So you're basically saying this is deeper than what we know, and we should all fall back.
Step back.
Step back. Don't talk about it no more.
Don't do it.
Okay. I don't know. At first I thought this was some bull, like who is calling my phone? This is my business phone too, and I'm like, who calling?
It's Zach TV, and what's crazy is Zach TV got unalived soon after this. And rest in peace, Zach TV. Yeah, like I said, he was unalived soon after this, like very soon.
And you saying a lot of shit that kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, is kind of.
Zach was in too deep. He didn't know what he was getting himself into. Like Zach didn't have a clue. The people calling you, I ain't never had your number. You don't know who they are. The people calling you. Stop talking about it. Because Zach like, nah, I'm finna interview everybody. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. You're doing too much. You overstepping your boundaries. That's your first to let y'all know. That freezer ain't had nothing to do, but that's what
shaking me up. Like, step back. Somebody else, a lot of people told me fall back from this case with rappers and shit.
What up?
But now you saying people watching me.
What up?
Watching everybody is.
You got Snapchat.
Where you tapping in from, bro? Yeah, I remember you. I was going. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah.
And you have your Twitter account.
Right.
Person John Coleman, COMM, he's the owner.
Hit the like button and where you tapping in from, bro?
He's the owner of this social media site?
Yes.
So is that the guy that's in it? That's, hold up. In the video, it's the coroner and it's the young guy. And he was
Where you tapping in from, man? Let me know.
something in his jacket. Who is that guy?
The coroner is related to the hotel manager.
The coroner was related to the hotel manager. That's all that need to be said, bro. The coroner, man, come on, bro.
I ain't finna get into all that. But I'ma just say, if you know, you know. And I'm gonna leave that at that.
What?
He's getting an award. He's getting an award from one of the companies that harvest bodies in Chicago.
Wow.
Hey, now we ain't gonna dive deep into all that. But if y'all go do a little Googling, remember I tell y'all, do your Googles. If you go do a little Googling and
what's up? Hey, where you tapping in from, bro? Where you tapping in?
About that, 'cause some of y'all don't be doing
Where
y'all
you tapping
Googles.
in
Y'all
from?
just watch the videos, y'all just get in the comments. Go do your Googles on what you just heard that lady say. You'll find out everything you need to know.
Can I ask you, what's your name again, ma'am? Tanya. I'm gonna say this. I received literally probably like 7 to 8 other anonymous phone calls with people threatening me and saying, leave this case alone. This has nothing to do with you. You're putting your nose in other people's business. And now it's something, and everybody's been calling private except one number. It was a number that I couldn't call back. You know, it was like a 14, 15 digit number telling me shut up, never.
Just chilling, man. Doing live, reacting. We going nuclear. We're going nuclear because we are about to react. Well, we are reacting, so that's what we doing right now, man. Like,
release the footage that I have, never to talk about it, so I don't even post about it. But now, you know what I'm saying, you're shaking me up. I think that everybody just giving me warnings to just drop it, you know?
Yes.
what you got going on? What you got going on?
Wow.
Your safety, I would say yes, step back, baby.
Okay.
Step back.
Okay. That she had to move and couldn't stand up. Just think about it. She in the hallway after her friend went and we went back in the hotel room to look for some shit. People tell me, we gotta clear the hallway. Y'all get y'all some now. Y'all throwing a party. I got weed coming out, we gotta get out the hallway. Oh shit, okay, I'm leaving the hallway.
Now, if you look at all the videos we saw,
So hold on, y'all.
we never
So
seen.
do y'all think this is the reason why Zach TV got unalive? Was it because of this, or was it because of some of the interviews he was doing with some of the other people?
That happened. We never seen nobody tell all of them to get out the hallway. They might have called up there, told them they was making too much noise in the room, or somebody probably knocked on the door, told them they was making too much noise or something like that. But we talking about when Kanika and the story done changed from all the friends to it was just one of the friends. Whoever was left in that hallway with her.
Hold on, let me see what he said. It said, I think interviews. Yeah, it actually could be the interviews too.
She never made it back to that room. Everybody went home that night, we know that, but her. But we know she didn't have her phone and she didn't have her keys. So she had no chance of contacting anybody and she had no chance of escaping. Let's go.
Hit the elevator, the elevator's right there on the left side of 926. You understand what I'm saying? Or from over, if she would ask, either you gotta get out the hallway or let me show you where the washroom was at. It's logical thinking. Let me show you where the order. They ain't gonna say her name because they don't know. Ma'am, come and follow me. I'm showing you where the washroom at. So, or they took us to the washroom. Either way it goes, it shows Kanika was encountered by an employee. Then you gotta think about this. Only an employee knows every area of the hotel, and only security is allowed to walk in unrestricted.
And it's so creepy what he said in his video because.
Hey, what you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking?
Yeah, let me stop y'all right there. What Zach just said, it sound good. Except it's one problem with what Zach said. If you go look at the videos, it's videos of when they so-called start looking for her. Now, you want to know what the craziest part about those videos are? They was everywhere Kanika was at, except for in that kitchen. Everywhere you seen Kanika walk, when her friends went to look for her, they were in the same exact spot. What do I mean by that? When she got off the elevator at, they got off the elevator at. She was in the hallway at, they was in the hallway at. When she, everywhere, you see everybody exactly where she was until she got to that kitchen. Crazy, right? I know.
He mentioned that an employee is the only person who would actually know every detail of this hotel and how to access the footage and the security cameras in the hotel. And did y'all remember that video I posted on here on my page of this man in the hallway wearing a suit and he was ducking in the corner and coming out every couple minutes? That was an employee of the hotel. I believe he was a manager. I'm not sure 100% who he was, what his name was, but I do know that he was on the same hallway that Kanika was on when she went missing. I highly believe the footage in the hotel was...
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. All those videos, when you start seeing the other people, those videos wasn't took on the night that Kanika went missing. Those videos was after she went missing. So that's a whole nother thing.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read this. I'm a YouTuber and I just checked for your channel. You're actually doing pretty good on my YouTube account. Kind of sucks. I don't know what that means, but hey,
So when they was trying to be like the dude was right here, the dude was like, no. Those videos came afterwards. After.
Hey, explain what you mean, bro. It says I'm a YouTuber too, and I just checked out your channel. You're actually doing pretty good. And it said my YouTube account kind of sucks. Oh,
she went missing.
So I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not no, I'm not no big ass YouTuber. I love doing YouTube and things of that nature, but you just gotta keep trying. You gotta keep doing what you gotta do. That's it.
We talking about before she went missing and during the time she went missing.
I'm gonna see what it said. It says I checked your YouTube. Actually, a YouTuber too. Okay, salute.
Don't make no sense, bro.
Was edited by an employee or somebody that worked there, maybe previously, a manager, somebody in the upper level of that hotel that did not want to be something to be revealed.
So the fact that Zach told the world that he has videos and other proof backing up his theory that Kanika Jenkins was in fact purposely unalive, rather than it just being an accident that everyone thinks, Zach's death itself didn't make sense, and many people ran with the narrative that it was all gang related. But others believe otherwise and state that it was due to him covering her case, and he has a large following. Now, aside from Zach TV, it's been others that tried solving Kanika's case, but I don't think anybody got as far as Zach. There was another woman by the name of Sherry Shriner who also claimed to have a lot of details backing up her theory that Kanika was in fact unalive purposely instead of the story that they gave us, and shortly after, Sherry also passed away. So seeing people pass away trying to crack this case, knowing that they was kind of close, that would make others who even thought about trying to crack the case fall back, because let's be real, nobody wants to lose their life. Now, before we even get into what the mom had to say,
and most of the people stopped covering the case, stopped covering it because it was just getting out of control. It was getting out of the hand. The activists was lying. They was coming out saying stuff. Kanika mama was getting into it with them and all that. Like it just got too out of control, bro. It got out of hand.
If you've been living under a rock and don't know who we're talking about and what's the whole situation with Kanika Jenkins, let me briefly fill you in. In 2017, Kanika Jenkins was found deceased inside of a walk-in freezer at the...
Yeah, it was like they did something to her and put her in the freezer. You know what this remind me of? And it's very much similar. It reminds me of the Celeste case, this whole David thing. The freezer freezing the body. It remind me of the
Crown Plaza Hotel in
David
Chicago.
Celeste
Her
case.
death was ruled an accident due to hypothermia resulting from intake of alcohol and a mixture of prescription drugs. Kanika was at the hotel to attend a party with her friends when, according to her,
Now that part, if you gave her the alcohol, if you gave her the drugs, wouldn't that make you responsible for her murder? If the freezer theory was correct. But no. Another thing, don't nobody talk about, the rooms was bought with like stolen credit cards or whatever. But I'm just saying, if she was so
the room was bought with a stolen credit card. That's crazy. Now that's crazy too. The room was bought with a yeah. The room was bought with a stolen credit card. Like
inebriated, like everybody says she is, you can clearly see in the video she's being led astray. This is not somebody that's wandering on their own. This is not somebody that's walking by themselves. This is not somebody that's just dollying around a hotel and don't know where they're going and don't know what they're doing. I know what it looked like, but I'm telling you, no, that ain't what you watching on these videos.
reports she wandered off by leaving the hotel room by herself while she was intoxicated and mistakenly walked all the way to the basement of the hotel into the...
Yeah, man, I've been on this case. I think I was on this case before my daughter was born. I did videos on this. You gotta go way back on my YouTube, probably like 9-10 years. Yeah, this right here is some new information.
Some say that she was great at the party at some point due to her being found while clothes seemed to be altered. But once again, we will never quite know what actually happened because all we can do is just assume.
And that part just get me every time, man. Look at the elevator part.
Walked all the way to the basement of the hotel into the walk-in freezer. Some say that she was great at the party at some point due to her being found while clothes seemed to be altered. But once again, we will never quite know what actually happened because all we can...
Now look, what make her body go backwards?
Do is just
crazy, bro.
Just assume. The only thing that always stuck out to me was the fact that the hotel had security. You mean to tell me that a young, intoxicated female was able to walk all the way to the basement, through the kitchen, and into the freezer without being detected by security? If anything, it sounds like security wasn't doing their job, and something should have been done about that. However, it never was. The only people that received any blame for anything that went down was the friends, which I feel they also was a bit suspect and knows more than what they was telling, but we know how that goes. Now fast forward to today, Kanika Jenkins' mother has spoken out via Facebook and she was shocked social media after admitting that she was silenced. And honestly, I would say she was more so bribed than silenced. But the problem now is the fact that she basically also told the world that she took money.
So basically, they saying that the lady took money to try to, like, you know, to beat the hush hush on what happened to her daughter. And you offer somebody $3 million because you don't want a bigger lawsuit is... If you offer somebody $3 million because you don't want a bigger lawsuit,
rapid justice for her daughter. So some people are on the fence about her statements because in one breath, people are understanding that she was silenced, but then others feel that no money in the world should compensate for something happening to your child, and you know something is wrong, but rather not say publicly. Even though we already know it was foul play involved, but her saying it is basically just...
Now, to the people that say she shouldn't have took the money and she should have kept fighting for the justice for her daughter. Let me explain something to y'all. Let's say she went wedding was negligent. The party was negligent. If she didn't take the money, who they gonna lock up? The hotel? Like, who was they gonna lock up? Okay, and then what? Now, this gonna sound, I'm gonna tell y'all something, I'm gonna keep it real. I would have took the money. You know why? Because who else can I put in jail?
And at the end of the day, if something happened to one of your loved ones and they say, we're going to give you $3 million, not to keep quiet, but they're going to give me $3 million and they don't want me to talk about this no more. It depends. It depends. Like,
not charged. Nobody from the hotel, not charged. And all that. Okay, it was alcohol and drugs found in her system. We didn't get her that. She could have lost against them people. They coming in 2-3 attorneys deep. She probably couldn't get one good attorney. We're not talking about the money. We're talking about just a regular trial. Who getting in trouble? She had to file civilly. At least she got the money. Y'all kill me acting like y'all see that PPP done came around now. Everybody rich, everybody balling, everybody got money. No, nigga, you done took the money too. Cause what else is you gonna do? Who to blame? Where's the justice? Where you gonna get justice? People as a culture, everything. Y'all already get mad at the mom because she got paid and be like, you was done for doing it. What was she supposed to do? You notice everybody do. None of the friends got charged.
She got a cool $3 million. I can't hate on her for that. She got a cool $3 million.
Nobody at the hotel got blamed. Not a person at the hotel got blamed. The whole we say, get your get you an LSC, put your con in that, put your con there, put your that. So when somebody sue you, they can't take your ass. Y'all telling this lady, you.
And that's facts. Shout out to Hip Hop Buddha, breaking it down. Making sense of everything that he said. Like, what was she supposed to do? Like, and then they gonna do after that.
What's she supposed to do? Y'all confuse me with that, because I'm like, who was gonna get in trouble then? Y'all been left the friends alone. The friends been arguing for years about who did what. Y'all ain't paid attention to none of that. Y'all so focused on the hotel, you can't lock up a hotel. Who from the hotel was gonna go to jail?
Like,
when no,
you can't.
As vocal as I am, they will give me a cell phone and anything that belonged to her when she died. That was all. Once they finished investigation, allegedly people I trusted, they told me that somehow Kay got out the back door. But they
once again. Now, of course, the hotel paid her, told her, be quiet, woo woo. So they keep making money. They wash their hands with it.
But sometimes when they say a part too.
At the phone, her phone ended up there. But we know it didn't happen that night. She didn't. Keys either. If her mama even got the keys, I ain't even mention the keys. Ain't died and took the and you know why I'm glad her mama took the money? Because y'all messed up. No justice to get, bro.